besties, and thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Lindsay and I absolutely love beauty so much, and in today's video we are specifically going to be talking about my favorite Gourmand perfumes. I don't know about you, but I love to indulge in a sweet, vanillic, syrupy, sweet, mouth-watering perfume. I just really do. I really love Gourmands. They are my #1 favorite type of perfume. That and just like really fruity perfumes I am just really here for. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and don't forget, if you do, to leave it a like, comment possibly, and maybe subscribe. I love you guys and I hope you enjoy. Now it's pretty late at night, but if you guys still want me to link all of my makeup, I will definitely do that for you down below, as well as all the perfumes we talk about in this video. Of course, I'm not gonna be ranking these perfumes. Let me know in the future if I should be doing rankings with these types of videos, like what you like. But for me, it's just really hard because I love all of these for different reasons, different occasions. And I also have another video coming up, by the way, too, which will be ranking my Kayali fragrances now that I own them all. And that's going to be kind of difficult for me, but let me know in the comments down below if you're excited about that or just any other ideas you have for me. But let's jump in. I'm sure #1 is going to be a shock to literally nobody, and that's Kayali's Vanilla 28. This one for me is the perfect mixing fragrance. Y'all, please don't comment on my nails. I know they look rough. I had to take them off today and they just look not the greatest. I'm trying to give them a break, but y'all, I might just cave and put nails on next weekend. I don't know yet. The way they're looking, we will see. But I love this one. It's perfect for mixing, like I said, or wearing on its own. It's just a really nice warm vanilla, brown sugar, vanilla extract fragrance. Love it on its own for sure, like don't get me wrong. And it gets a lot of compliments, like a lot of compliments, specifically I was gonna say from men, but from men and women. I really like this one, but more than anything, I do use it when I find that a fragrance is a little bit too masculine for me, or it's just lacking that bit of sweetness I'm looking for. I am constantly mixing this perfume into others to do so, and I just feel like it works really great for that. I also love to use this perfume with other Kayali perfumes to make little concoctions, and I find that to be really fun too. Let's go over the notes. Top notes of vanilla orchid, jasmine, middle notes of brown sugar and tonka bean, and base notes of amber, amber wood, musk, and patchouli. So yeah, I just think it's really beautiful, sweet, and sexy, and I think it's just a staple in anyone's collection. The next 3 Gourmands, these are perfumes I'm wearing outside the house every single time. I don't care. I can't just put them on and stay in the house. It's just not gonna work. So #1 is going to be, you know what? I know I said I'm not doing ranking, but if I was, I truly feel like this would be my #1, at least right now. And that is Maison Mataha's Escapade Gourmand. Now y'all, this is pricey, okay? It's definitely pricey. It's a beautiful bottle, which, I mean, of course, it's stunning. I cannot get enough of this fragrance. Let me tell you, I got it pretty recently, but let me just say, anytime I've went out like to a nice place, I've been wearing this. It's phenomenal. It's the type of perfume in your collection where you neglect other perfumes for it, and even though you feel a little bit guilty, you honestly don't, because it just makes you smell insanely addictive and insanely irresistible. It's that good. It has notes of burnt sugar in here, vanilla. I honestly don't know what else, but I can tell you it just smells like burnt sugar once again. People say it smells like creme brulee, and I do get that. It's a very realistic take, and I also feel like I'm getting something almost like mapley, a little bit syrupy from the fragrance as well. But you'll have to let me know if you agree with that, because I haven't heard anyone else say that. But I do kind of get that vibe. This one has notes, top notes of sugarcane, middle notes of vanilla and tonka bean, and base notes of benzoin and musk. So yeah, I feel like the benzoin, a lot of fragrances I have that I find to be super sexy do have that. And I do get quite a bit of sexy from this, even though it's super sweet. And it's pretty smooth. Like the burnt sugar note is just it's done so perfect in this fragrance, and it lasts really long, which is why I feel like even though I love Vanilla 28, don't get me wrong, and I do find it to be a staple, this one I think does stand on its own a little bit better, especially because it actually does last. I love to layer it with other combinations as well, but it's just so good on its own. It's unreal. You're gonna get compliments, and more than anything, who cares about other people's opinions? I mean, we do just a little bit, but more than anything, we care about what we think. And if you like vanilla, if you love burnt sugar, you're gonna love this fragrance. You just are. Next up, this one is for when you want to get hot, you want to get heavy, you want to go out, you want to make that statement, you want everybody in the room to smell you, okay? And that is going to be Kayali's Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli. I just did a video talking about this perfume, but in any case, it is a beautiful night out fragrance. I don't care if it's a date night. For me personally, I find this one could be a little bit intimidating, so do with that what you will. I do love it, but I find for me, I love to wear this one out with the girls when we're all just smelling good, having fun, being loud, and just having like the best free time. It's insane. It has on the back here the notes, so it has vanilla, Sir Absolute, golden rum, creme brulee, brown sugar, royal oud, and sugared patchouli. It's so beautiful. The patchouli in this, I know some people don't love patchouli, and I feel like if you don't, you probably wouldn't like this fragrance, but I will say it is very sugared. It is very sweet. This is a very gourmand fragrance. When I first smelled it, y'all, I always say this story, but my first thought was, that's interesting, because it was just very strong and intense, and if you don't let it dry down and you go off first impression, you'd probably think the same thing, like, ooh, it's oud, it's patchouli, it's leather, it's like all these things that are very, very strong. But for me personally, once I really let it settle, it smells very, very lovely. And yeah, some people aren't gonna like this one, and that is a-okay, but I thought I wanted to give a perfume that does have some complexity and that does smell very expensive. So I wanted to give this option. I really do like it. At least smell it next time you're in Sephora. I think this was supposed to be limited edition, so I'm not sure if they have it in store. But if they do, give it a sniff, let it settle on your skin. I'm not sure this one is the best for the weather right now, especially being that I'm in Florida where it's very, very hot. By the way, I think this one has to be like the longest lasting perfume from Kayali, if not the Elixir invite only. This one is super long lasting, super strong, has a great sillage. Just wanted to throw that out there. And another perfume that's great for a girl that wants to have fun, I would say, is Orianna by Parfums de Marly. This one is a beautiful gourmand. It has orange blossom in there, there's marshmallow, there is whipped cream. It's just a really nice time. It has a lot of citrus in the opening, which I love citrus and sweet together. It's just one of my favorites. Very, very beautiful perfume, you guys. If you are looking for a super fun, sweet, sexy perfume, this one is phenomenal, and the best thing about it is you will get compliments, okay? This one, every single time I've wore it, I've only wore it like 3-4 times, but every single time someone tells me I smell so good. The last time I wore it, I stepped into a car, 4 people were in the car, every single person said, "What is that?" I was wearing this one and also Escapade Gourmand. I saw this combo go viral on TikTok, so I did wear it, and it did do so well, you guys. So if you want to smell amazing, that is a great combination right there. But yeah, this one is beautiful. It's definitely not, to me, as intimidating as, say, this one. This one definitely has some very interesting notes for sure, but this one is a little bit easier to love in my opinion, but it still has a similar effect. It's still very sweet, but it also has like I said, that citrus opening, and there's something also kind of clean about it in the background, which I do like. So yeah, you guys, let's go over the notes real quick. Top notes are mandarin orange, bergamot, and grapefruit. Middle notes are orange blossom, raspberry, and black currant. And the base notes are whipped cream, marshmallow, musk, and ambrette. So yeah, she's citrus, fruity, sweet, floral. She just wants to have a really great time, and who can blame her? This is such a lovely, crowd-pleasing fragrance that if you haven't got your nose on, again, I think you should seriously check it out, because for date night, for girls' night out, this one is just perfect to me. Perfume number 5 is Killians Princess, and this one, I've said it so many times before, I sound like a broken record, but it's the perfect year-round gourmand, because even though it is leaning more towards gourmand, there is a freshness to it for sure, and really a smoothness that I think comes from the green tea. So this one is the perfect mix of citrus and also that beautiful marshmallow that we get so much of. And don't get me wrong, it's definitely more gourmand than it is fresh, but the green tea just gives it that smoothness and really just combines those two notes in the best way possible. And the ginger gives it a little bit of a kick. So I call this perfume a masterpiece. I don't know anything that smells quite like this. I'm in the mood to wear this one every single day, so for me it's like the perfect signature scent. I love this one, and if you like the idea of citrus and sweet, please, 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 please try to get your hands on this fragrance. It is such a pretty one. I think it also has apple in it. Let's go ahead and look at the notes. But overall, this one for me is one of my favorite everyday perfumes for when I want that beautiful mixture, which is often. I just think anytime someone puts this on too, I enjoy smelling it on them so much. I cannot get over it. I will not stop talking about it. They did come out with the Eau Fraiche version, and I do love that one. And if you smell this and you want a little bit more citrus, I would definitely recommend it. I'm just having issues with the longevity, or sorry, the projection on that one, but it's still a beautiful fragrance. My grandma actually, when I wasn't looking one day, she put it on herself, and I could smell it immediately. So I do want to say the projection on this one is pretty good. The sillage, I would say probably like an arm's distance, you know, it's really nice. Just letting you guys know that. And the longevity on this one is okay. I feel like for 6 to 7 hours, I do smell it on me, but that's with overspraying. The top notes are lemon, middle notes green tea, ginger, peach, hedioine, jasmine, and apple, and base notes of marshmallow, vanilla, and benzoin, which I love in fragrances once again, so it's not a shock that that would be in Killian Princess. Just get your nose on this one. It really is something to smell, and I find it's really unique in my collection. Next up is number 6, and this one is Juicy Parfums Accident à la Vanille Creme de la Berry. This one is a Lucky Scent exclusive. This perfume is geared towards the woman or the man that quite literally wants to smell like a edible dessert, a very decadent dessert. It's creamy, it's rich, it has that jammy strawberry note in there, but it doesn't have that depth in my opinion. It doesn't have sophistication. It's not mature by any means. So if that's not what you're looking for with your gourmand, you wouldn't like this one. This is a straight up gourmand goodness type of perfume, but I love it. It's supposed to smell like cereal milk, like the milk that's left over after your cereal has sat there and kind of marinated in it, which I definitely do. I do get that vibe for sure, but I also get this really, really yummy strawberry dessert vibe as well. I feel like it's incredible. And there's a note of cheesecake in here, which I feel like just adds to the richness. And I do get the kind of graham crackery type of vibe from the cheesecake for sure, which just adds to making it so irresistible. This is for me a fragrance right now because it is too hot to wear it for sure out and about in the Florida heat. It's one that I wear for comfort, for being cozy when I'm in bed, snuggled up watching movies. Oh my goodness, if you have a lover and you're snuggled up watching TV or just around them in the house and they smell this on you, they're gonna want to take a freaking bite because it's just that mouth-watering. It's definitely addictive for sure if you're into that sort of thing. Again, it's not very sexy to me personally, and the longevity on this one is okay, but I will say as far as like the projection, it's all right as well. But the smell of this is incredible. It's super creamy. It's beautiful. I do get like a Bath and Body Works pound cake vibe from it, but it's definitely more creamy and rich for sure. And I don't get the graham cracker note for sure from that one. So this one is definitely different and a step up in my opinion. Let me go ahead and search up the notes. It has top notes of strawberry, cheesecake, and vanilla, middle notes of vanilla, whipped cream, and sandalwood. I love sandalwood so much. I'm not getting so much of that in this fragrance though. And then base notes of vanilla and styrax. So beautiful fragrance. Again, definitely for those of you with a true sweet tooth. Not very mature fragrance once again, but I do love it, and I feel like there's a time and place for it for sure. And listen, even though I feel like Juicy Parfums, that one's not going to be one you can wear super often right now in the weather. If you're looking for a strawberry perfume, or at least a berry perfume that does have a little bit more of an elevated vibe to it, I would say Burberry Elixir every single time. Y'all, if I didn't have the collection I have and I wasn't constantly trying like new perfumes, I would wear this one so much more. It is one of my favorites. It's one of the first perfumes I actually invested a good amount of money in because this one is not cheap. I love it though, I really do. I do get the reference to a creamy strawberry milkshake, but I also get that blackberry in there, and the sandalwood and the amber really do ground the fragrance, make it sexier, make it hotter, make it heavier. So for me, I do appreciate this fragrance a little bit more than the previous, just because, you know, my preference in fragrances. But this one for date night, oh my goodness, I wore it last Valentine's Day that just passed, and I loved it. It's such a beautiful perfume. It is very, very romantic, very sexy. Very pretty girl for sure. I can't get enough of this one, so I had to mention it in today's video. And the notes are strawberry and blackberry at the top, jasmine in the mid, and base notes of vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. Number 8 is my Skylar's Clean Beauty Boardwalk Delight. My favorite time to wear this perfume is to bed, or just every day. It's a really easy reach for me in the summertime because even though it's vanilla, it does have that cotton candy. It has coconut milk, which makes it a little bit more summery. I believe it does have watery notes, which does give it that kind of thin consistency and doesn't make it too overwhelming, too heavy. It also has some fruits in here. It has apple and raspberry. I do get the raspberry and I love it. But more than anything, if you do want a cotton candy that's not too heavy, not too much, not too sickly, this one is really, really nice. And I think in general, it's a perfect perfume for when it's super hot and you don't want something that's gonna be once again suffocating. You just want a nice, sweet, light fragrance. This is perfect. And for that reason, I also love to wear this one to bed. And believe it or not, it lasts very long on my clothing, which is impressive, but not so much on skin. You know, after a few hours, you are gonna have to reapply. But since I wear this one a lot before bed, I don't mind that. And even like when I'm out and about and I have it on, I'll just reapply it. I will say it's not very complimented, but I feel like it's because people, like the projection on it isn't that great, and neither is the longevity, at least on skin. So, but I love it. It's a fragrance I wear for me, and there's something clean about it as well, almost like laundry, which I think again is why I find it very comforting, and I love to wear it to bed. In the summer heat, you just cannot go wrong. Oh, it's so good. So we have top notes of watery notes, raspberry and apple, middle notes of coconut milk, water lily, and guava blossom, and then base notes of cotton candy, vanilla, musk, amber, and solar notes. It's just beautiful. Get your hands on it. Once I'm done with it, I will absolutely be getting another bottle. I bought this with my own money. All these perfumes, just so you guys know, were bought with my own money. I always like to let you guys know that. Every single perfume in my collection has been, so just so you guys are aware of that. I genuinely love this one so freaking much. And then 9 and 10 are actually both Sol de Janeiro body mist. If you guys know, you know, and if you don't know, you need to know. 62 is obviously the classic. Everyone loves it. There's the Bum Bum cream, which y'all, I haven't had the Bum Bum cream in over 2 years. I need to get some because this with that is just amazing. And it's actually very long lasting. I love these very much. This one is very much, yes, caramel. If you love caramel, you'll absolutely adore this fragrance. And then this one is 71. And this one, if you want to smell like a straight up cookie, I get told I smell like a cookie when I wear this one. It is beautiful as well. Very, very addictive for me personally. It is actually my favorite, even though I definitely do have the bigger dent in this one. I just have a sweet tooth, you guys, and whenever I do, 71 is that girl. It's so good. It has notes of caramelized vanilla and macadamia, but to me, it's just given cookie, which I absolutely freaking love, can't get enough of. And then 62 is actually perfect for summer. So I love this one more for summer. And then for winter and fall, 71 is my girl. I love her. I went back to Boardwalk Delight, you guys. I cannot help it. It is such a beautiful fragrance. Oh, I love to smell it. I love to smell like it. It's so good. But anyway, that concludes my top Gourmand perfumes. I didn't want to do any more than 10 because I felt like even 10 can be kind of overwhelming, but when I tried to stick to 5, I just couldn't do it, y'all. I couldn't do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below your top 3 favorite Gourmand perfumes in your own collection. I would love to hear them and possibly pick them up. I love you, and don't forget as well, if you like this video, to like, comment, subscribe, all the good things, and I will see you in the next one, besties. Bye!